You see layers in all types of design software, whether it's graphic design, CAD, 3D modeling, or even game design. Layers are used by most, if not all, forms of design software because they offer an exceptional opportunity for organizing your project. In a nutshell, layers are used to rank, create interactions, manage settings, and categorize. A layer is a property that can be assigned to an object in order to create these effects. A simple analogy for a layer is having a stack of transparent trace paper sitting on a light box. When drawing an image on a single piece of paper, all objects that have been drawn are stuck with each other to the paper. If the artist wants to move any of the objects, they need to be erased and redrawn somewhere else on that same paper. However, by using multiple sheets of trace paper, the artist can draw each individual object of the drawing on its own unique sheet. Once they are all drawn, the objects can be freely moved, rotated, removed, etc. Some objects can even be placed on top of others. Each piece of trace paper can be thought of as a layer. Layers will typically be organized in a hierarchical list, which in many cases means the higher layers will be visible before the lower layers, just like in a stack of trace paper. An example is Illustrator, which creates a new layer for each object that is created. These objects will block the visibility of each other depending on their hierarchical rank, but their ranks can very easily be reorganized. Additionally, the layers can be grouped together to form even larger parent layers. The parent layers behave the same way and can be reorganized as well. It is a quick and easy way of managing multiple layers at once. Layers can also interact with each other. An example is Photoshop, which also assigns objects to layers. If a solid object is on the top layer, it does not necessarily mean the bottom layers will be hidden. The settings of the top layer can be adjusted for the object to act as a filter rather than a solid element. The opacity can be lowered, which transforms the object from opaque to transparent. Or a blending option can be assigned, which blends the object with other objects visible on layers below it. Layers are a very quick and effective way of applying identical properties to a large group of objects. In AutoCAD, multiple objects can be assigned to a single layer. The layers have a broad variety of settings that can be changed, such as color, visibility, printability, line weight, line type, etc. When a setting on a layer is changed, the setting can be applied to all objects owned by that layer. A white circle that is assigned to a red layer will then become red itself. A layer can be an indication of a separate category of objects. When creating a 3D model on software such as SketchUp or Rhino, assigning groups of related objects to specific layers will allow them to be managed together. For instance, by assigning all doors to a door layer, changing the material on the door layer will apply to all door objects in the model simultaneously. If the model is imported into a quick rendering software, such as Lumion or Twinmotion, object settings can be adjusted in the same way according to the layer organization. With many layers comes much responsibility. Since layers are intended as a method of organization, it is good practice to name layers clearly, assign objects to them consistently, and group them logically. Although this can seem tedious at first, it prevents much more tedious messes as the project becomes more complex. Once you have mastered the layer, future projects become much easier to manage. Layers are the next step into a heavily detailed design, and, when used correctly, they will produce very clean and organized results. It is an essential concept for design software, so hopefully this will help you in any future designs. Thanks for watching.